And we do not have a prosecutor here, so don't. Court does call the case of the people versus Larry Evans.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Larry Evans, who is approaching. Is that your name, sir?
Larry Evans.
All right. Go ahead, Counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Evans and I, today's the date and time set for sentencing. Mr. Evans and I have had the opportunity to review the PSIR together, and we have no changes or corrections. And we would respectfully request that the court adopt probation's recommendation as to the sentence. Mr. Evans is just asking if the court would allow him to pay the fines and costs in 2 months. He is recently back to work at Ford Motor Company full time. You've been back 1 or 2 months, sir?
Yeah, 2 months.
2 months. So he does work full time, but he was asking for 2 months to get that payment in, Your Honor.
2 months. He's been back to work 2 months.
Yeah.
Once, 2 more months. It's like 4 months. It's like a third of the year. Okay.
It is.
I'm doing the math in my head. Sir, anything you want to say before I impose sentence?
No, I'm good. I ain't wearing no South Carolina hookup.
What do you say?
I ain't wearing the South Carolina hookup.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sentence to the court, $480 fines and costs, 90 days in jail suspended. You can get that paid by, the calendar doesn't even go out that far. Can you get it paid by the end of April?
Yes.
Pay that by April 30th. That'll work. 2025. All right.
Okay, thank you.
So we know where to find you. Court does call the case of the people versus Alan Ward.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Ward. Mr. Ward, please state your name for the record.
Alan Ward.
Okay.
Your Honor, we do not have any changes to the pre-sentence report. We did.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay.
If possible, I mean, I can pay 100 today.
Okay.
All right, just let them know.
Okay.
All right.
We don't have any changes. We do ask that you adopt the recommendation. Mr. Ward was mentioning to me about the monies owed. He is on a fixed income. He receives, I believe, $900 a month. He's just $900 a month. He just stated he can pay $100 today, but would ask to work something out with probation for the remainder.
Sir, is there anything you'd like to say before I do a post sentence?
The way that I got this boot, I do have seizures, and that's a part of my case. Mm-hmm. So I was just letting you know about that.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Sentence of the court, I'm going to place you on probation for a period of 6 months. You're to pay $555 fines and court costs, $180 probation oversight fees. You can pay $100 today.
Yes, sir.
Is that right? Thank you for that. Pay $100 today, and then a payment plan as arranged by probation. Okay. There's to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete a behavior modification class. There's to be no assaultive, threatening, or intimidating behavior. You are not to possess any weapons, firearms, ammunition, or anything fashioned to be a weapon. You are to report to probation on Tuesday, March 4th, 2025 at 1 p.m. and then you're to report as directed. I will order 365 days in jail. Credit 23. The balance is suspended. Thank you, sir. Court calls the case. People versus Shakari Davis.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Ms. Davis, who I believe has dialed into Zoom. Ms. Davis, could you please unmute and state your name for the court?
Shakari Davis.
So far. All right. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Today's the date time for a probation review hearing. I have reviewed probation's recommendation with Ms. Davis. We are asking the court to adopt it. Ms. Davis did already pay $150 on the 25th, and she will be making that additional $100 payment today after court. She gets paid like midday today. And otherwise, we'd ask court to adopt the recommendation.
All right. Ms. Davis, anything you want to tell me?
No.
Okay. What I'm going to do on probation's recommendation, I'm going to extend your prosecutor's deferred sentence for a period of 1 month. You're to pay, I'll indicate $250 on or before the 26th of February. However, you've already made the $150. You're going to make the 100 today, and then you're going to pay the balance off in order that you pay the balance by March 21st, 2025. I will set a review hearing on March 26, 2025 at 1 p.m. Okay?
Okay. I'll have it
Thank
close by then.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Davis.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
Thank you, Ms.
you.
Davis.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Court calls the case, People versus Ashley Dishman.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Ms. Dishman.
Telefair on behalf of probation. Ms. Dishman was scheduled today for a review hearing. After the recommendation was made, she has paid all of her fines and costs in full, paid at all terms. So we are recommending that she is discharged pursuant to prosecutor's deferred and discharged from probation within preserved.
No objection.
Case be dismissed.
Yes,
And then, all right. She there? Oh, there she
I
is.
am. Sorry.
Can you state your name, please?
Ashley Dishman.
All right. Anything you want to tell me?
I just thank the court for its time, and I promise that you will never see me back here again.
Okay. Well, it's not that we don't want to see you back, just not under these circumstances. All right.
Of course.
You can always come by and visit.
Okay.
She's paid everything, completed everything. Based upon that, just make sure I write this. The case is dismissed pursuant to the prosecutor's deferred. She is discharged from probation and the case will close. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Calls the case, People versus Thomas Getz. That's you.
Goetz was scheduled for a review hearing today. His appearance was waived. We are going to dismiss case pursuant to prosecutor deferred and discharge from probation with improvement.
Okay. Defendant having completed everything, his appearance being waived, the court will order that the case is dismissed pursuant to the prosecutor's deferred sentence program, discharge him from probation with improvement, and the case will close. Court does call the case People versus Nadia Simpson, no relation.
Public Defender Natalie Pate, present via Zoom.
I do see, there she is. Hello, can you state your name, please?
Nadia Simpson.
All right.
Telefair on behalf of probation, Ms. Simpson is before us today for a review hearing. We ask that she pays $355 balance on or before today. On completion of that, we will dismiss the case and her prosecutor deferred and discharge from probation. If not, we need to adjourn to 312.
Your Honor, I was unable to have a phone conversation with Ms. Simpson regarding the recommendation, so I would leave it to her to advise whether or not she would be able to make that payment today or whether or not we should be able to or should adjourn.
Ms. Simpson, can you make that payment or no?
If I can't make it today, because I'm waiting on a direct deposit no later than tomorrow, but definitely not by tomorrow, if not today. And when I do make the payment, where do I have to bring it in person, or how does that work?
The prosecutor's delayed. I think so she can actually pay it online. You can pay it online or you can bring it into the court.
So what's the website that I go to pay it online?
All right. Can you see your screen?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're on a phone. There's a QR code that's on the screen if you know how to use a QR code. Otherwise, you can go to the 14A website.
14A. Okay.
Okay. If you can't see the QR code, it's because you're on a phone and you'll need to swipe across till the QR code comes up. But you can pay it that way. What I will do, I'm just trying to think how to do this. You can pay it today so I will just order that she's to pay that balance by the 25th today. If she gets it paid tomorrow, that's fine too, I guess. Upon completion of one, we'll dismiss the case pursuant to the prosecutor's deferred and discharge her from probation. If the payment, and I'll have probation check, if the payment's not made, then we're going to reset you and do something else. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court does call the case, People versus Jeremiah Stanley.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. Stanley. Mr. Stanley, please state your name for the record.
Jeremiah Stanley.
Thank you.
Fair on behalf of probation. Mr. Stanley, were you able to pay that $75?
I can't today. From my understanding, I thought I was going to be given a month extra.
I was just checking.
Oh,
okay. Mr. Stanley is before us for a review hearing today. Probation is asking that we extend the prosecutor deferred sentence for 1 month, pay the $75 by March 14th, continue all terms as ordered, and schedule a review hearing for March 26th at 1 p.m.
He's done everything else.
Yes.
And originally, it was $975, so he's paid $900 of that.
I think that's right.
I think I paid 925 and I owe 75 left. It's just my vehicle, the transmission blew up and it wasn't worth saving, so I had to go buy a new vehicle. So a lot of my money is tied up.
All right. This was the prosecutor's deferred. What I'm going to do, Mr. Stanley, I'm going to waive the 75. I'm going to waive the $75. I'm not going to extend it out a month. I'm just going to waive the 75. You don't need to worry about it. All right.
Oh,
and
thank you so much.
I'll dismiss the case and discharge you from probation.
Well, thank you so much. You guys have been so nice.
Oh, don't tell people that. Everybody else here has been nice. Don't tell them.
I'll tell everybody that you're a hard player.
Yeah, well, okay, that'll work. All right.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Stanley, you take care of yourself.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Court calls the case of the People versus Cammie Thompson.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Kate for Ms. Thompson, who should be present via dial-in on Zoom. Ms. Thompson, please state your name for the court.
Cammie Thompson.
Telefera on behalf of probation. Ms. Thompson is before us today for a review hearing. We would ask that we extend the prosecutor deferred 12 months, pay $115, which she has done by today. Then $100 per month, continue all terms as ordered. Schedule final review February 11th at 9 a.m.
All right.
Your Honor, I have had the opportunity to review the recommendation with Ms. Thompson, and as stated, she has made that $115 payment. We are asking the court to adopt the recommendation.
All right, Ms. Thompson, anything you want to tell me?
No, sir.
All right. I will extend the prosecutor's deferred sentence for a period of 12 months. She's to pay $115 on or before today, which she's done. She's then to pay $100 per month until the balance is paid in full. I'll continue all other terms as previously ordered. I'll schedule a final review hearing on on February 11th, 2025, 9 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls the case People versus Ashley Fix.
Good morning, Your Honor. Edward Drugas on behalf of Ashley Fix. But not with.
But not with. Any idea where
I've attempted to reach out. I hadn't had contact. I know she has another matter, 15th district, but I'm not sure where she is. No, probation has also tried to reach out.
bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of $25,000. I'll give a 10% privilege on that. That warrant is to issue immediately. She has other warrants outstanding.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you. Court calls the case People versus John Brown.
Public Defender Natalie Pate for Mr. Brown, who may be present via Zoom. He is not. Your Honor, I was unsuccessful in reaching him. I did send an email. My phone number for him was unsuccessful. I have no explanation for his failure. Here, I would request a show cause for the record.
How much does he have?
That's, oh, sorry, a 350 as of yesterday.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond is set in the amount of $5,000. Give a 10% privilege on that. That warrant will issue immediately, having been a previous warrant. Court calls the case People versus Nicole Bird.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Ms. Bird. Ms. Bird, please state your name for the record. She might be.
Nicole Bird, sorry.
Okay, got it. Okay.
We're here for a show cause. I don't believe Ms. Bird has made any payments since the last time we were here. The court may remember she's going through an application for Social Security disability. So she has no income right now, pending that. And she's not working. She did fill out an ability to pay form, I believe in December that was submitted. So I suppose we'd ask for an adjournment to see if she gets those benefits and maybe can start making payments when that comes through. But at this point, she's unable to make any payments.
Give me my
Yeah, I'm still waiting on a hearing date.
All right. I'll adjourn this out April 9th, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond continue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next case requires a Spanish interpreter, Your Honor. May I please swear in Roy?
Yes, you may.
Good morning, Roy. You're from the Honorable J. Cedric Simpson of the 14th District Court of Washington County, State of Michigan. Our number is 1423.
I got it. Thank you. Good morning.
Good.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you interpret accurately, completely, and impartially, using your best skill and judgment, and to translate from English into Spanish and from Spanish into English in the manner not before the court, so help you God?
I swear, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And good morning, Roy.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. Court does call the case of the People versus Marco Ramirez Mendez.
Okay. Entonces, se encuentra el señor Marco Ramírez Méndez. El juzgado llama al caso de la gente versus Marco Ramírez Méndez.
Correcto.
Assistant Public Defender.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Roy.
No, I just couldn't hear his, sorry, what he answered there. I apologize.
Okay. I think he answered with his name. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Counsel.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Ramirez Mendez, who stands to my right.
Muy bien, tenemos a la defensora pública asistiendo en defensa del señor Mario Ramírez Méndez, que está parado a mi derecha.
My client has a balance of $400, which he states he is planning to pay in cash today.
Muy bien, entonces mi cliente tiene un saldo en mano de $400 que está indicando que él desea pagar el día de hoy.
Sir, do you have that with you now?
Señor, ¿usted tiene ese monto con usted en este momento?
Correcto.
Correct?
Then I will just indicate defendant to pay the balance today at the counter.
Muy bien, entonces voy a indicarle entonces al arrendador de que se va a pagar este monto en la recepción.
Ok.
Okay.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Roy, always a pleasure, sir.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Honor. You all have a good day then. Thank you. Bye.
You do the same.
Thanks.
Court does call the case. Oh, no. Yes. Ryan Atkins.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate on behalf of Mr. Atkins. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Ryan Atkins.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is a show cause.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe there is still a balance owing of $470. Mr. Adkins is being held in custody on other matters. I believe his next court date is on March 13th on the felony charge. So, Your Honor, I would ask for an adjourned show cause date in this matter.
Okay, so it's a PCC on that.
I believe it's in circuit court, Your Honor.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna be released on probation as long as you're still gonna release me from the September 7th date that you gave me.
Gunnar, if I may, I represented Mr. Atkins on this other case. He was on probation on a misdemeanor before this court. He violated and your court sentenced him to a year, but said he would review the sentence once his felony is resolved. So
I now recall.
we will be filing something when he's sentenced in felony court for your review.
And so the sentencing, the 13th you're referring to is the sentence in felony.
Yes.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. All right. So why don't I do this then? Yeah, it seems to me that if he's going to be sentenced in circuit court, he thinks he's going to get probation. And you're going to file something. I'm going to take a look at the other thing. And so.
That's correct, yeah.
So it would seem to me on this one, what was that, April 9th? I'll just adjourn this out until April 9th, 2025, 9 a.m. That way, this is out of the way with everything else.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Court does call the case of People versus Cameron Cole. This show.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Hi, Bureau on probation. Cameron Cole is here for a violation of probation hearing, but however, he has completed all terms and paid all the fines and costs. We're asking that he is discharged from probation.
With or without improvement? Or
sorry, with improvement.
Then I don't get to yell at him for not doing anything. Everybody's taking all the fun out of it. What's your name?
Cameron Cole, Your Honor.
All right. Anything you want to tell me, young man?
I want to apologize for to you and the court for not taking care of this matter sooner.
Why didn't you? What was?
Just everyone goes through stuff, so there's not really any excuse. I have 2 young daughters. but I have my third on the way right now, so it's important for me to get all this taken care of and behind me.
Growing up,
Yes,
right?
yes,
And realizing there are now, I guess, 3 more important human beings on this planet than yourself.
4 more,
Pardon?
including her.
Her?
Oh, my fiance.
You just called it, did you say that? Not quite all grown up, just her.
Just working.
Huh?
He's working.
He's working on it? Okay. You just called her her. You want him back? Because I'll take him if you don't. You do? Oh, okay. All right. No, if she said no, we'd have a problem. All right. All right. Well, I'm glad to see you got through this. Congratulations to you on the upcoming one. We'll discharge the defendant from probation, dismiss this case. Well, it's not a dismissal, right? No, just discharge from probation with improvement. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care of yourself.
I'm going.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Take care of you.
Thank you.
Court calls the case of the People versus Rebecca Allen.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Miss Elledge. Please state your name for the record. Rebecca Elledge. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We want to tell her on behalf of probation, before you on a violation of probation. She owes $1,085. No payments have been made. She failed to complete substance abuse program with that farm. Failed to report to probation after October of 2021. Failed to report to Washington County Jail April 13th of 22 to serve 5 days jail as ordered at previous violation hearing. She has pending cases, felony cases. That one is set for PCC on 3-6. Oh, actually, both of them are set for 3-6 before you. Our recommendation is 90 days jail, credit for 21 serve the balance, complete in jail down farm program, waive remaining terms, accept financial applications, discharge from probation.
You know, I did have a chance to speak with Ms. Elledge regarding this VOP hearing. She would ask that the court deviate from the recommendation and consider credit for time serving her and discharging her from probation. I think the biggest thing that Ms. Elledge is concerned about right now is her children. So she has 2 children. One is requires 24-hour care. He is autistic with high needs. They are both of her children are involved with CPS because she's been incarcerated for some time now. Her autistic son is currently with his grandfather, but according to CPS, if she's not released, the child will be going into foster care, as the grandfather doesn't want to keep him in his custody. She's not working because of that son. And as I say, he does require 24-hour care, and she relies on his Social Security checks to support the family. She is renting and has her own place with her children. We did discuss a little bit about the underlying case. It stems from a rolled up dollar bill that was found in her vehicle. She was forthcoming with the officers of why she had that dollar bill. But that's the underlying case. She has been in custody for 21 days. She hasn't had any other drug related cases. Well, there's the one from 2019, but nothing new since 2019 that involves drugs. She said that around the time that she was violated on this case, she was doing therapy at Dawn Farm. So she was addressing the issues and the reason why this case came about. She's just trying to take care of her children and get her life back. I mean, she said she'd be willing to be on a tether. She's willing to drop. She's willing to do any of that. I'd ask the court just credit for time serve her, discharge her from probation without improvement, and allow her to resolve these other cases and get back to her children.
Ms. Ellen, is there anything you want to tell the court?
No, I just want to get back to my son. Like I didn't know I was still on probation. I apologize. Like a lot of stuff I didn't understand either. I'll do house arrest, I'll do anything. I just don't want my son to be taken. That's all.
Well, here's part of the problem. Part of the problem is I certainly gave you a chance. You were supposed to report back in 2022 for 5 days for a previous issue that you had. You didn't show up.
Yeah, I was scared that this was gonna happen. And it's happening because I don't have support outside for my kids. And I say, if I turn myself in, where are they gonna go?
So I tell you to report to the jail to do 5 days. Don't give you the whole thing. You just don't do it. And so you're telling me, you're asking me to trust you, and I can't trust you. Then while you're on probation to me, going through everything,
I didn't know I was still on probation.
You pick up another charge, a weapons charge. Just hang on. I'm not making any indication of your guilt. I'm not making any indication of that. But you pick up another charge just February 10th. I mean, so it becomes a bit difficult to do that. And I'm still unclear as to, because you haven't been cooperating with probation, if you're not still using.
I'm not.
Well, you tell me that, but this is the problem, young lady. How am I to believe?
Can I drug
You haven't done anything that I've asked you to do. You are out there picking up new charges, but you're asking me to believe you. It's hard to do that. For me, you can earn your release. I mean, after she completes the non-farm program, I consider her released, but at this time I'm going to send you 90 days in jail. I give you 20 credit for the 21 that you've served. You're to serve the balance. You're to complete the in-jail non-farm program. I will consider, I'm not saying that I will release, but I'll consider release after that program is complete. I will waive all remaining terms of her probation, except her financial obligations, and discharge her from probation without improvement. Thank you. Court calls case, People versus Jason Cornelius. Without counsel. Oh, no. All right. Mr. Cornelius, can you state your name?
Jason Lee Cornelius.
All right. He's in residential treatment at this point.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
That is my understanding. I was unable to have a phone conversation with him, however, prior to today.
Can we get a sidebar?
Say again?
Can we get a breakout?
Well, the problem is she's here live and you're not. Okay. So I will just indicate that the violation of probation indicates that you've not made any payments. You owe $1,430. That you failed to complete anger management class. You failed to report to probation as directed. That there were new criminal offenses out of the Third Circuit Court. B&E, a building with intent. The date of offense is January 12th of 2023. You were given 2 years probation, 2 years, 10 months probation. Also, another conviction of the same offense with a date of offense of July 28th, 2022, where you were given 2 years probation, 2 years, 6 months probation. That you are currently serving a 10-month jail sentence in Wayne County, currently housed at the residential treatment facility of Elmhurst House.
Yeah,
That's the violation of
I also got a
probation.
tether on.
Pardon?
They got a tether on my ankle too, so technically I'm
Okay.
in custody.
Okay, I understand. And so the recommendation is to sentence you to 226 days in jail with credit for 226 served. I'll waive all remaining terms of your probation here, except your financial obligations to discharge you from probation without improvement.
Okay.
That's the recommendation that the court would follow, but I will, since you haven't communicated with your attorney, if you want, I will adjourn the proceeding out so that that can happen.
No, if you're gonna do what you just said you're gonna do.
Say again?
I said, if you're gonna do what you just said you're gonna do, we can just proceed.
Okay. You have no problem proceeding? Counsel, you have any objection to
I
proceeding?
do not, Your Honor. I was myself able to review the recommendation. I think that's a fair recommendation. And I believe that Mr. Cornelius would like the court to adopt it.
All right. I'll sentence you to 226 days in jail, credit for 226 that you served. I will waive all remaining terms except the financial obligations and discharge you from probation here without improvement. All right?
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
Can I say, how would I set up a payment plan? I get out of here March 20th. Can set up a payment plan after that date?
Yes, you can actually contact the court and you can set up a payment plan. Tell them you want to set up a payment plan on what you owe.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Good luck to you.
Yep.
Court calls the case of the People versus Heaven. Is it Persinger? Is that who you have?
No, I'm sorry, that's not who they have.
That's not who they have. That's why they didn't move.
Yep.
All right.
I made some stuff up apparently.
Okay, this is probably who you had. John Haney.
Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Haney, who stands to my right. Please state your name for the record, sir.
John Paul Haney.
Thank you, Your Honor. Today is the date and time set for sentencing. I have had the opportunity to review all four of the PSIRs with Mr. Haney. We have no changes or corrections, and we would respectfully request the court to adopt probation's recommendation. And I will just say, speaking to Mr. Haney this morning, he has plans for upon his release that he will be going to the IPSI Engagement Center. He was visited yesterday by the CMH, his CMH advocate. He has all his prescriptions in order, and he's all set up to go over there for intake and for housing. And I do believe that he will be doing well, and I'm hopeful that we will not be seeing him again in this capacity.
Anything you want to tell me?
No, sir. It's been an awakening experience for me. Eager to leave.
Pardon?
Eager to leave.
Eager to leave. On the case ending 1073, it's a sentence of the court, $125 statutory fee, 93 days in jail, credit 93 served. On the case ending in 0523, sentence of the court, $125 statutory fee, 93 days in jail, credit 93 served. On the case ending in 0005, the 2025 case, sentence of the court, $125 statutory fee, 93 days in jail, credit 93 served. On the remaining case, 25 case ending in 0015, on count one, the sentence of the court, $125 statutory fee, 93 days in jail, credit 93 served. On count 2 in that case, the sentence is $50 statutory fee, 90 days in jail, credit 90 served. Thank you.
Thank you,
Good
Your
luck
Honor.
to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls case People versus Aisha Green Jeffrey.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Ms. Green Defford. Please state your name.
Aisha Green Defford.
I like your outfit.
All right.
Your Honor, can we approach briefly?
Yes, come on. Court's gonna pass this matter. Court does call the case People versus Heaven Persinger. Is that what I have?
Yes.
Okay. Persinger, is that who you?
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate, on behalf of Ms. Persinger, who stands to my right. State your name for the record, ma'am.
Heaven LaFaith Persinger.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is a show cause hearing, and Ms. Persinger does still have a balance of $530. She's not being held on any other Washtenaw County matters. She's has an out-of-county hold she's likely to be picked up on through MSP. That being said, I'm asking for an adjournment of the show cause at least a couple months or so, if the court would allow.
All right. She's gonna be picked up to take care of some other matter.
In all likelihood, yes.
What county?
Plymouth.
Yeah, Plymouth. So whatever.
So
Wayne County.
Sorry, you guys are Michiganders. Anyway. All right. I'll adjourn this to April 9th, 2025. 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
It's
It's like
from
kind
Michigan.
of on the
It's
way
not that
here.
far. It's like right.
It's like far enough away from Detroit. I don't count it as Wayne County.
I am so not talking to you. Court calls the case People versus Jay Vassy.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Ms. Massey. Ms. Massey, please state your name for the record.
Shay Massey.
There she is. Okay. Go ahead.
Elanco Fair on behalf of probation. Ms. Massey is for violation of probation hearing. She owes $625. Last payment was made on July 13th, 23. She has completed her theft class, 15 hours of community services completed. She has had 2 prior extensions and her criminal history is clear. We're asking that you extend the prosecutor deferred 6 months, pay $100 on her work today. And then $105 per month, continue all terms as previously ordered, and schedule review hearing for August 13th at 9 a.m.
Your Honor, I have no objection to that. I was unable to speak with Ms. Massey. We were playing a little bit of phone tag, but I think the recommendation is reasonable. And I ask that the court adopt it. I don't know if Ms. Massey has any thoughts or objections.
Ms. Massey, anything you want to say?
No, I just know last year I went through a lot of things. As far as my car being stolen, and I had 5 surgeries. I know I had lost contact with Miss Teresa because I had moved. But I'm just trying to have my stuff cleared. I did everything. It's just the money issue that I had. I made $100 payment today, this morning.
Okay, so you paid the 100. You paid that 100 today.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll show that, Judge.
You don't see it. When did you make that?
I paid it with the clerk at the courthouse.
At 14A1?
Yes.
Are you seeing it?
I don't see it. I can ask the clerk.
Yeah, because I had called to ask what website did I have to go to make the payment, and she just told me, the lady that I talked to on the probation office told me to just make it with the clerk, and she was going to transfer me downstairs. So when she transferred me to the clerk office, I made the payment over the phone.
I believe you. I just don't see it. And that was this morning, Ms. Massey?
Yeah. Yes, I didn't
Okay,
see
hang
what
on.
time.
You got it?
It was at 9:07.
No, I got you. Okay. No, we're just checking, okay? I believe you, but I'm just trying to make sure. Did it automatically go in?
Process it. But she did call.
She did call you. You're the one that transferred her down. So I believe Miss Massey, and with that, I believe she made the payment. I'm not gonna worry about that. We'll get you through this, Miss Massey. We'll kind of walk this through with you. I think we have been, so. All right, it's gonna get better at some point. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna extend your prosecutor's deferred another 6 months, okay?
Okay.
You'd have paid $100 on her before the 26th today, but it looks like you already have. And then $105 per month until you get this paid off in full. I'll continue all other terms as previously ordered. I'll set a review hearing for August 13th, 2025, 9 a.m. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Take care.
All right, bye.
Court calls the case of the people versus. They're gonna write on the file. I got to be able to read it. Anthony Warren.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Warren. Mr. Warren, please state your name for the record.
Warren.
All right.
We're here for sentencing. We did review the sentence recommendation. We do ask that you adopt it.
Sorry, anything you want to say before I impose sentence?
No, sir.
Sentence of the court, $125 statutory fee. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, I see what it is. It's just telling me that information. $125 statutory fee. I'll order 93 days in jail. Credit 26 served. The balance is to be served. Order that the defendant complete the in-jail bond farm program. All right. Thank you.
He did say he's already completed it. The last time he was in custody. So I'll have him go, and maybe they'll say, well,
you've already done it, but you didn't do so you completed it, but didn't do any of the follow-up from that, right?
I have a certificate at home for the Don Fire program.
Okay. Well, that's what I've ordered. I've ordered the time in and double checked that. And I don't think I'd reconsider the sentence given the nature of the charge. But.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Court does call the case people versus, is it Sequanjala Middleton? I messed it up.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Ms. Middleton. Ms. Middleton, you can state your name for the record, please.
Sequanjala Middleton.
Thank you. Need to take your hands out of your pocket.
Programming at Catholic Services failed to report to probation. She has 2 pending cases, 1 misdemeanor, 1 felony, and 1 misdemeanor scheduled for sentencing. 35th District Court. 3 prior BOP hearings on this case. Our recommendation is 365 days jail, 90 days. and to serve the balance in jail MRT program, to consider release upon completion, waive remaining terms, sub-financial obligations, and discharge from probation without.
Your Honor, we are asking to deviate from the recommendation. I'm asking that the court discharge Ms. Middleton without improvement and give her credit for the time served. She does have 90 days credit on this case, which I believe is reasonable given it's a misdemeanor. So this is obviously an old case. Ms. Middleton, I've spoken in depth with Ms. Middleton about her life and what was going on at that time. All of her pending cases are old. This one is from 2015. The other ones are 2015, 2016. Even the OWI that she's being sentenced on is from around that time. She reported to me that while that was all going on, it was a very dark place in her life. She was homeless, in and out of shelters, in and out of hotels with her two very young children at that time. Since then, she's essentially completely turned her life around. She has her own place with where she lives with her three children, 17, 11, and 5. She has a good job at Midline Industrial in Romulus, where she's been for about a year. She did provide me with letters from her supervisor and her managing supervisor from her job that say things like she is always eager to help her peers. She is coming in late and coming in on her off days when needed. She is a stellar employee who works hard, has not missed work, and is picking up shifts to support her and her three children. They are aware that she has faced difficult situations in her life, but has approached them with resilience and has learned from her past mistakes. She can pay the balance today. She does have the money to pay the $570. She also is here with her son, Your Honor. He was due to go to school today, but he's sick. So she had to bring him as he didn't go to school. I think, given Miss Middleton any time is going to set her back. She could lose her apartment, likely will lose her job. And she's a single mother with her children. I really do think she's come a long way since all of these incidents occurred. And she's trying to resolve them. So again, I'd ask the court to give her credit with time served.
Middleton, anything you want to say?
Yes, my daughter is turned 18 today. She's graduating from Romulus High. I don't want to miss that. I do take full responsibility for not taking care of the situation at hand before, but now I'm able and capable of doing whatever I need to do. I just really feel like jail is much of a reach for me. And then if I do go to jail, I don't have anybody to help me with my kids, and I don't want my son to go to foster care. I don't want to lose my job or my apartment. I have been taking care of my traffic tickets.
She has also been dropping on her OWI, and she did provide me with the results, which have been clean. And she has been going to court on that case. She's being sentenced in March.
Where's your daughter graduating from?
Romulus High in May 31st. Just turned 18 today.
Anything else you want to tell?
If I can avoid jail, I'll do tether or house arrest. I just don't want to go to jail. Or whatever else I need to do, I'll do it.
What took you so long to kind of pull this together?
In and out of jobs, shelter, hotels. Hard for me. I was a really bad alcoholic at the time.
You're sober now?
Yes.
How long you been sober?
5 years. I can prove I can drop today if you like.
Pardon?
I can drop today if you like. No marijuana in my system. Nothing.
Pardon?
No marijuana in my system either. Nothing.
I'm going to waive the remaining terms, accept the financial obligations for probation and discharge her from probation without improvement. However, I'm looking at everything seems to be almost 10 years ago. Well, not quite, but right around 10 years ago, and something remarkable has happened, it seems to me, in that period of time. Part of that probably is your sobriety.
Yes, much so.
So I'm going to order 365 days in jail. The credit for the 90 that you served. I'll suspend the balance.
So I have to go to jail? No. Oh.
Y'all keep talking, I'm going to change my mind. No. Court calls case, People versus Janae Miller.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Ms. Miller, whose appearance has been waived.
Ewan Bear on behalf of probation, Ms. Miller was set for review hearing today. Recommendation is to dismiss case pursuant to the prosecutor first, discharge probation. I'm sorry, discharge from probation with improvement and close the case.
So ordered. Court does call the case of the People versus Sean Costello.
Public Defender Natalie, on behalf of Mr. Costello, who is present via Zoom from Arbor Light. Sir, can you please unmute and state your name for the record?
Sean Costello.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Today is a show cause hearing, and Mr. Costello still does have a balance. He's been at Salvation Army's Arbor Light in Monroe for some time, and he's currently in process of being transferred to a transitional housing program. That being said, he doesn't have money for payments today, but we're asking to adjourn the show cause out sometime the court would allow.
How's it going for you, Mr. Costello?
Good, Judge Simpson.
I'll adjourn this to April 9th, 2025, 9 a.m. All right, thank you. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, court calls case People versus Matthew Gibbons.
Good morning, Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. Gibbings. I believe he's refused to come join us today. Mr. Gibbings, I believe, will be in custody for some time, Your Honor. He's being held on cases here, and he also has a bond denied hold out of Wayne County. He said yesterday he believes he's going to be transferred there after these cases are resolved. So I'd ask to adjourn it out.
April 9th, 2025, 9 a.m.